Where is Netanyahu? Is Israel's prime minister alive, or has he been eliminated? Explosive rumors are spreading online, claiming that Iranian missiles may have assassinated Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This followed Netanyahu's noticeable absence from a latest Israeli Military Council meeting. The meeting took place in Tel Aviv on March 14 and was attended by Defense Minister Israel Katz, IDF Chief of Staff Eyal Zamir, and other security officials. But Netanyahu was nowhere to be seen. It is highly unusual that the Israeli Prime Minister didn't attend the high-profile meeting. The last time Netanyahu appeared before the media was on March 12, and since then he has been away from the public eye. But in this very address, some social media users claimed they spotted what appeared to be 6 fingers on Netanyahu's right hand when he briefly raised it during the address. The speculation spread further after U.S. conservative commentator Candace Owens raised questions on X. "Where's Bibi?" she wrote. Why is his office releasing and deleting fake AI videos of him? And why is there mass panic at the White House? Meanwhile, the Israeli Prime Minister's office dismissed social media claims, saying Netanyahu is fine. A correspondent from the Anadolu agency asked the office if they had a statement on the increasing claims on social media that Netanyahu has been assassinated. "These are fake news. The Prime Minister is fine," the office replied. The online rumors emerged against the backdrop of sharply escalating hostilities in the region. Israel and the United States launched joint strikes against Iran on February 28th, an operation that killed Iran's then supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, leading to a full-fledged war. Iran has since retaliated with drone and missile strikes in Israel and on U.S. military bases in the Middle Eastern region. Amid the escalating conflict, Netanyahu also issued a direct warning to Iran's new supreme leader, Mujtaba Khamenei, raising fears that the war could spiral even further.
In an operation with our dogs, we also, for the first time, paved the way for comprehensive damage to Iran's enormous missile arsenal and also to its additional missile production facilities. We did the same regarding its nuclear project, including a fatal blow to senior Iranian scientists. They who led the development of the atomic bombs meant to destroy us, they are no more.
And by the way, we've hit a few more now.
Eliminated the tyrant Khamenei, along with numerous high-ranking officials, and of the terror regime, we have eliminated both the old tyrant and the new one, Mujtaba, who is merely a puppet of the Revolutionary Guards. He cannot show his face in public. We are working to advance another goal, to create the conditions for the Iranian people to remove the brutal, tyrannical regime that has oppressed them for nearly 5 decades. We are striking devastating blows against the Revolutionary Guard and the Basij, both in the streets and at checkpoints, and there's more to come. I want to convey a message to the Iranian people. The precise moment when you will finally be able to step onto a brand new path of true freedom, that very significant moment is steadily drawing closer. Please know that we are standing firmly by your side. We are actively providing you with our assistance, but ultimately, at the close of the day, the final decision truly rests with you. The power and the future are entirely in your own hands.
I set another goal, to create the conditions for the Iranian people to truly remove this terrible tyrannical regime from themselves. Creating these conditions doesn't guarantee it will be executed, and I just told them in the remarks I made a moment ago, I said, it's up to you. It's your choice. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. We will establish the most optimal conditions for this to be carried out, including aerial attacks, just as we carried out yesterday, and as we are continuing to do in these very days, to attempt to provide them with the necessary leeway to come out into the streets.
Iran has dramatically escalated its attacks on Israel, launching a fresh wave of ballistic missiles. The strike comes after the United States reportedly bombed Iran's Karg Island, a move Tehran described as crossing its red line. In response, Iran launched a new wave of long-range missiles late on March 15th,
sending air raid sirens across Israeli cities. One missile reportedly struck Holon, causing panic and damage in the densely populated area. According to Magen David Adom, at least 2 people were injured by fragments from the Iranian missile. Emergency responders said a man in his 80s suffered light injuries from shattered glass, while a woman in her 80s was treated for smoke inhalation. Several others were also treated at the scene after going into shock. The latest strike signals a dangerous new phase in the rapidly escalating confrontation, raising fears that the conflict could spiral into a much wider regional war. Online video showed a huge fire involving cars parked inside the parking lot of what appears to be a residential building. The Israeli Defense Forces said it is investigating the circumstances, as people may have been injured possibly due to falling fragments following an interception. The IDF said sirens activated in central Israel after detecting a ballistic missile from Iran for the second time at midnight. A missile was also detected towards southern Israel's Eilat, triggering warning sirens in the port city and the surrounding areas. Homefront Command said sirens are blaring in central Israel, as well as the Avivim area of the Upper Galilee in northern Israel. Earlier, Israeli Army radio said debris from interceptor missiles sparked a fire in the central city of Ramlah in the Tel Aviv region. However, the Israeli Army radio later deleted its post on X, while Channel 12 reports that the fire did not break out due to interception fragments and started before the alarm was sounded. Footage on social media showed a missile or shrapnel impact in Ramlah, Tel Aviv region, according to available footage. Police and ambulance activity were also seen in the area. A massive fire is reported in Tel Aviv after an alleged Iranian missile attack. However, the Israeli Defense Forces said Iranian missiles were successfully intercepted in mid-air before impact. Netanyahu, a coastal city in central Israel, was also allegedly hit by an Iranian missile, according to unverified online footage. It shows a huge fire lighting up the night sky. This purported press TV footage showed Israelis panicking as Israel's air defenses failed to intercept the Iranian missiles and shells. Meanwhile, amid raging missile attacks from Iran, the Homefront Command said that starting Monday, March 16th at 6 a.m., the activity scale in the Beit Shean Valley, Jordan Valley, West Bank, Dead Sea area, West Lachish, Gaza border communities, Western Negev, Southern Negev, and Arava will adjust from limited activity to partial activity. This means that in those areas, educational institutions can operate, provided there is an adequate shelter that can be reached in time. Gatherings of up to 100 people indoors and 50 people outdoors are also permitted, under the same conditions. The Homefront Command says the threat of attacks from Iran and Hezbollah in those areas is significantly less than in other parts of the country, which also leads to fewer sirens throughout the